For those who don't know me, I'm Rowan Osman. I'm half Syrian, half Lebanese. I grew up in Lebanon, and my father is Sunni from Damascus. My mom is Shia from the Bekaa Valley. For those who don't know where the Bekaa Valley is, it's one of Hezbollah's stronghold. I was involved in Holocaust education at a certain point where this transformation happened in my life, when I went from being an anti-Semite, just like all of my Arab friends, or most of them, and my family members, to becoming an advocate of peace with Israel, or between Israel and its neighboring countries. We tried to do soft diplomacy between the Arabs and the Israelis, and those experiences were meaningful. But on October 7th, something happened in my brain, especially as a woman and as a mother. And I switched to fighter mode because all our endeavors, in my opinion, prior to October 7th, lacked the sense of urgency that is needed to counter this insurgence of Islamism, political Islam, radical Islam, call it whatever you like. I'm one of Israel's biggest supporters, not because the Zionists or the Mossad pay me, but because I think Israel is the most admirable miracle on this planet. We do definitely need to tell this story louder to the Arab world for them to understand that they internalized European anti-Semitism. And as you mentioned, Haj Amin Husseini, and I don't know how many people are familiar with it, but this is the topic of many of the meetings I'm having now. And this is a book I recommend to everybody. Just buy it. Zvi El Peleg, the Grand Mufti, Haj Amin al Husseini, who is much nastier than many people, even historians, know. This guy in the end of 20s, it was his idea to restore Al-Aqsa, Al-Haram Sharif, the Dome of the Rock, that were neglected for centuries under the Ottoman Empire. He was a genius who infused Muslim anti-Semitism or Muslim Jew hatred with European anti-Semitism, and his endeavors, his work. When I say genius, I'm not praising him, but we have to acknowledge the size of the problem he's caused in the Arab world. That concussion, what he created, is led, and I say this with confidence, to October 7th, to what happened there. He is responsible, and people after him, such as Hassan al-Banna and al-Qutb and Khomeini and Khamenei, etc. This is a very big topic, and I encourage everybody to join on June 2nd. I will as well, if time allows, because what you're talking about is very, very, very important. Just recently, I came across Matthias Kunzel's work, not only work, but I didn't know that the Nazi propaganda was translated to Farsi dialects, not only Fusha dialects. I was aware of what they were broadcasting in Egypt, in Baghdad, leading to the Farhud massacre, etc. This is one topic. And the other very important topic that we're going to leave with the audience now is the 800,000 Jews who were uprooted from the Arab world, who are not lamenting what happened to them. They moved on and they thrived. But that is not to say that what happened to them is forgotten. When we talk about reparation, compensation, when the Palestinians demand their rights and impose a version of events, a narrative of 1948, but even if we accepted what they tell us happened in 1948, and we accept their sentiments around the Nakba period, we have to remind them that 800,000 Jews left the Arab world, and we have an estimation in academia that the size of assets, properties they left behind could amount to the size of Lebanon and Jordan combined. They're not crying over it, but if we're going to reach a deal, we have to put that card on the table as well.